Hi everyone, it's David Sears, Creative Director for H-Hour Worlds Elite. Today we are responding to your request for mechanics and features videos. Unfortunately, we don't always have video for those requests, so today Kevin, our programmer, is providing art support. So you wanted to see another map. We would love to be working on one, but what we're doing right now is getting the old map into Unreal 4 and generally improving the look across the board. We started with the church area, and we hope we have some new shots to show you of the church interior in the next couple of weeks. Blood trails. Basically, blood trails work pretty simply. You get shot, you're going to leak blood. Blood is persistent in the environment, and if you're not careful, you will be leaving a trail for your enemies to follow you. Bullet effects on buildings and lights. Well, of course, bullets are going to affect dynamic lights. You'll be able to just shoot them out. Right now, bullets leave pockmarks on any material they hit, such as walls and wood paneling, but in the final game, you'll be able to chip off the edges of corners and generally mark up the environment. Claymores. You place them in the environment, and then you remote detonate them. We haven't done claymores yet, because again, proof of concept, limited time, and funding. Claymore jumping. By popular request, claymores will propel your body through the air, but remember, claymores are lethal, and when you arrive at your destination, you will probably be a corpse. Clan pages and clan invites. Well, here's a mock-up of the clan invite. Basically, you'll get this in your inbox if someone wants you to join their clan. Excellent use of the letter Z, Kevin. Good job. Climbing ladders. You'll be able to use the special action system. Point at a ladder. If you're in proximity, you'll initiate the ladder climb. You can go up a ladder, you can go down a ladder, you can get on and off ladders, and you can also power slide down ladders. A lot of people asked about fine-tuning the controller inputs. You'll certainly be able to do this in a variety of ways. In this example, Kevin has set the look speed up to a lethal rate and decapitated himself. Controller presets. We just had one in the proof of concept, but there will be at least 4: Deadshot, Rigorous, Outrider, and Mirrored. Some of these might seem familiar to you. Keyboard and mouse comparison. Well guys, there really is no comparison. We focused almost exclusively on game controller input, so the keyboard, with lack of analog input at all, really was just for diagnostic purposes. Keyboard and mouse controls on the PC. Totally different from designing for a controller, obviously, so we're going to have to spend quite a bit of time designing and then implementing keyboard and mouse controls before we launch the game. Jump to climb. This is not in the proof of concept, but will actually be in the full game. There will not be a trampoline. Knife fights. Yeah, we're not doing knife fights, actually. H-Hour is really just not that kind of game. We're much more focused on bullets. Encumbrance. We pretty much talked this one to death. We're not really doing an encumbrance system. Basically, the weight and the mass of weapons dictates the amount of different items you can put in your loadouts. Melee. God. Really? No. Melee, you're just going to have to play for yourself during the beta, and I'm sure you will be sending me many of your opinions about it. NVG. Not in the proof of concept, but they will be in the full game. Yeah, probably not going to look like green fog. Mod support and a map editor. This is really outside the scope of what we're trying to do with H-Hour, but we're not going to stand in your way if you want to make modifications. You can pretty much do that with a great map editor that comes in Unreal Editor 4. Outhouse hiding. Well, yeah, I mean, what game is complete without outhouses to hide in? You'll be able to do that and duck into all kinds of small buildings, structures, boxes, that sort of thing. Just no crates. Picking up the bomb. Yeah, there is going to be a bomb game mode, but we didn't do it for the proof of concept. We focused on snatch and grab and team deathmatch. Pistol whip animation. Yeah, we haven't done it yet, but it's pretty much going to look like whipping your enemy in the face with a pistol, and very painful. Proximity chat. Well, you know, maybe. I've always thought this was a really cool feature, but we certainly haven't implemented it yet. It's the sort of thing that's going to be tested and prototyped quite a bit. Shooting yourself. I can't imagine why you would want to do this. Stat tracking. Because it's a proof of concept, we're really not tracking very many stats beyond the round-to-round stuff. but we're going to have a lot of stats for you to track. Don't know what else to say about this at this time. Tap to talk. Yeah, tap and talk. Taunting. Yeah, we didn't do this for the proof of concept because it was outside the core, but it is pretty important. So we have written quite a few lines for taunting, and we're going to write many more. The voice of HQ hasn't been cast yet, but it will definitely be a woman that makes you feel comfortable, unless you're a terrorist. Picking lobbies. Well, you will be able to pick from a list of lobbies, persistent and player created. Armory and loadout screen. Well, there is going to be one. You'll be able to pick your weapons, branch to customizing your weapons, and set your own presets for loadouts. That is the best armory screen I've ever seen. You really did it justice, Kevin. Weapon customization. Yep, this is going to happen to some extent. The exact method in which we give this to you has not been determined yet. Spectator mode. Well, there's way too much to illustrate here. There's going to be quite a few variations on spectator mode. Stay tuned for details on spectator modes when we have been in full development for a while. Thanks everyone for your questions, and I'll get back to making the more legitimate mechanics videos for which we can actually capture video. Special thanks to Kevin, who made all those lovely illustrations. Wow, that's pretty good. It's even got a unicorn grove. Awesome. Great job, Kevin.